Hi Gemini, welcome into your monthly money career tarot reading for the month of May 2023. I of course want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as always keep in mind it is general for your month as a whole. So just take what resonates, apply it to your situation, and discard the rest. But I do more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't joined this Gemini tribe already. And as well, once you finish with this reading, of course remember to check out all your placements within your chart, your other placements for more messages. With that said and done, as you can see, I did pre-pull three money and career oracles that I made myself, as well as three tarot cards to begin your reading. As you can see, I'm cleansing my energy thoroughly, which I recommend you do as well. But let's jump into it. We're beginning with the new opportunity card. So I do feel like a lot drawn to this reading are gaining, I want to say more than one opportunity for some, right? New customers, clientele for the entrepreneurs, or that could be through your day-to-day job, if not multiple. This could be a new opportunity, say, okay, a pay raise, a promotion, a new job. Could be in regards to an opportunity that you gained recently, as far as a thought from spirit or that you came up with creatively to begin a new business or to implement a side hustle, get that off the ground, to see more money flowing in for you. It feels like a hardworking, grounded kind of month for you, at least for the most part. But Spirit's saying, remember to feel balanced through it all. Find the balance as far as not overworking yourself and giving yourself the time to implement self-care and rest. But it feels like there's no shortage of chances, opportunities to succeed more, to make more money, to see things grow and prosper for you. I feel, okay, you have a bright future is what I just heard. But let's move on to the second one. Next level success. Yeah, it feels like whatever you're gaining as far as a door, if not multiple, opening for you, chances to prove yourself, earn respect is what I'm getting, to be honored, to help other people potentially, but at the very least succeed and make money. It's feeling like you're taking things to the next level. You could be thinking about expansion for an existing business, or again, something you could do on the side. And even I want to say passive income for some, right? Not wanting to burn yourself out, but wanting money to still flow in. So it's a little bit of effort here, a little bit of effort here, excuse me, as I struggle, and that money coming in while you're making money elsewhere with another opportunity, or even just taking care of yourself. And I want to say the message of taking care of business is coming into play, okay? Feels like you're being viewed by people of importance and people just in general, whether that's online or in person or both, as somebody who will just get the job done. If you find yourself in a meeting of importance, could be for your job or for your business or both, could be an interview, if not multiple, you will impress, but Spirit's saying you're not going to slip up to the point of things not working in your favor. I'm also getting, so there might be a few slip ups, but they're gonna either work to your advantage or just not ruin the outcome of that meeting, or multiple. I'm being drawn to look at a turtle. Okay, it's a necklace that I have hanging in front of me on my wall. The moments when you feel like you're moving like a snail, like a turtle, or something's progressing slowly, or slower than it once did, I feel as if you need to recognize that this is purposeful, okay? Something's going to prosper and grow for you at the pace it's meant to, when it's meant to, and how it's meant to. And you not having the energy to force it at times will even help you heal and maybe add to the overall outcome of whatever you're trying to produce, develop, see come to be for yourself, okay? It just might also be a month where you're reminded that a good chunk of which is Mercury retrograde, right? So it's not a time to force it. It's not a time to try to be moving around like the speed of lightning, okay? And I'm also hearing you're not an Energizer bunny, so just remember to recharge your batteries, right? Rest when you can, when need be, when your body communicates that that's necessary, and don't expect yourself to be going 24/7, even if it's at the speed of a turtle. Okay, anyways, moving on forward, we have the public recognition card. It's a month where you're being recognized. Now, I do feel like a lot of which this is you putting yourself out in a vulnerable way into the spotlight on social media, and or when it comes to you succeeding, it's like eyes will be peeled upon you at certain points, but you may need this, desire it, or it just comes to be either way. I also feel like your good looks is helping you succeed. or at least your hands is what I'm getting. So I'm feeling like some of which are tarot readers or just intuitive souls, an intuitive soul not being put to use through your work, even if it's not part of your job or part of your business that you run. Moments where you need to trust your intuition, when to hold back from accomplishing, who and what to associate yourself with, when to get things done, how to go about doing so. But I feel like you have the experience, the knowledge to put to use throughout the month in certain different ways on different levels in order to succeed more. It's time to put your Gemini mind to use, is what I'm hearing. But let's move on to the tarot. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of movement. Okay, doesn't mean it has to be fast movement, but it feels like there's passion wrapped up into every word that you say, every message you convey. Okay, even when it comes to your self-talk when you're at work and or at home. But it feels like you care about what you're working towards or working on. But Spirit's saying the moments when you don't feel that fire within, that passion for what you're working on, even if it is something you care about, ask yourself why. You might need to cleanse your energy. It might just be because of the way something's run, you're focused on imperfections or one in particular. It might be just because you're tired. So be it. Nobody's perfect. But as well, I feel like there's a focus on the fact that luck is on your side at this time. Okay, it's a month full of lucky occurrences. Okay, success once again, but it feels like all the meanwhile, you are manifesting a ton at this time. Money, obviously, because the card says that cut and dry, but I do feel like you're manifesting next level success, okay, expansion, new coming in for you, okay, something growing. But I do feel like when you intuitively feel like accomplishing something, please trust that that's the right time, because it may not be able to be accomplished in the way it's meant to, or in general, soon after that, or surrounding it in general, okay? A very purposeful month. But the Queen of Pentacles. Now, these two being the first two tarot for you, I really feel it's good energy where you're passionate, you're moving around, accomplishing. I'm hearing the word migrating, but feeling grounded through it all once again. A huge focus on your savings, needing more for yourself, wanting more, seeing an increase, but is that enough? Probably not. You thinking about how it's potentially going to take a couple months or maybe longer to save up for that investment or just to feel more comfortable financially. I feel there's a responsibility about how you're managing your money. At times you might be overspending, might be thinking about reflecting upon certain levels of overspending and necessary purchasing from the past months or just April in general. But I do feel like there's a maturity or responsibility about how you pay off a bill here, pay this one off a bit early, this one on time. Thinking about clearing up or tidying up some debt for some genres of the reading. But I also feel like you should be proud that you are managing it better than you once did, regardless of how far back that rewinds for you. I do feel like there's a conquering, confident vibe about you for the most part. When you feel a focus on lack coming to be, whether it's you need more money, more growth, more success, more eyes peeled upon you, however that looks for you, try to focus, realign your focus towards the abundance at hand, regardless of whether that's a completely different level of abundance than what you're desiring or needing at this time and moving forward. Or it could just be you needing to be grateful for whatever it is that's coming to be successfully for you. Does that make sense? Because it feels like, once again, you are manifesting, going back to that manifesting money card. So you could just as easily manifest the negative, more lack, right? We need you to be in an abundant mindset to see more come to be for you, all right? And don't forget, there is, as I see a shamrock, you do have this luck, but it feels like that's only part of why things are working out in your favor throughout the month. I do feel like your hard work is paying off. But the third card, we have the Hermit card, an independent vibe, a very Nine of Pentacles energy coming through with this. I do feel like you're thinking about how at times you got to do things alone, right? Or you just would prefer to choose to, even if you work with other people. But you could just as, you also could be an individual like myself where you run a business, work from home remotely, or you work very independently at your job, if not multiple, okay? Or I do feel like for some you run an in-person business, But I do also feel like you're thinking about if you run an online business at this time. I know this is very specific, but some of which are thinking about how to make an expansion come to be as far as renting out a space to see things thrive in person as well, right? And I feel like there's just this creative way about how you're thinking about, and there's also a logical way about it as well, how you're thinking about making more money moving forward, right? But Spirit's saying money isn't everything. What else do you desire as far as success, as far as things looking more ideal for you, all right? I also feel like there's a focus on where your money's being put towards. Do you feel like you're spending money on the right things? At times, potentially thinking about a budget that you have set in place or maybe needing one. I do feel like some of which drawn to the reading, like myself, are not really built to have or don't prefer to have a budget, just kind of going with the flow and managing your money as things unravel. Does that make sense? And that may not make sense to everybody, but it just feels like there's a focus on you specifically being different from the next person, or potentially the same as far as what works best for you when managing your money. Anyways, I feel like that was a bit of a random rant. The World card. Yeah, it feels like you're thinking about in times of solitude, regardless of whether you're accomplishing, healing, resting, cleaning up, tidying up, thinking about your world changing. The evolution, I want to say, I'm hearing organic evolution of your money and career situations. Thinking about the negative in a situation, say it's where you work and or live, and then Spirit's going to push you to think about a past situation that was similar, that was just 10 times worse or just worse in general, to keep you in a healthy perspective or bring you on back to seeing the worth, the benefits of what you have at hand. I do feel like there's a focus on you needing to have different streams of income moving forward in order to live the lifestyle that you can't help but continuously envision, or to maintain the lifestyle that you have at hand. But you might at certain points, or one point in particular throughout the month, compare your situation to somebody else's. It could be your position in comparison to someone else's under that same company, within that same company, or that same department. It could be more in regards to you comparing your finances to someone else's, or thinking about how someone else has already achieved a goal that you still have a lot of work to accomplish to get to that, right? Progress still to be made, but Spirit saying everything comes to be and is delayed and doesn't come to be purposely. So trust in divine timing. As I'm drawn to her body here again, I feel like there's a focus on vulnerability, and you might again be pushed to think about different levels of completion, endings and new beginnings from the past that have all led you to where you're at throughout this month in particular, and how things are meant to continuously change moving forward. I'm hearing there's a courage about your energy once again. Oh, we didn't mention that yet, but I'm being drawn to the eagle. Look up the spiritual meaning of an eagle. That would have something of importance for you. But I do feel like some of which are thinking about a big switch up you wish to see come to be moving forward. And you are right to be thinking that. 1333, 1333. Look up that angel number meaning. 1 and 3 threes. And I also feel like the number 3 in and of itself, talking about your royalty energy, your spirituality, all the meanwhile. And I feel like, again, your intuition is taking a huge highlight. You're doing a disjustice to yourself if you're not trusting it. The King of Pentacles, beautiful. So you have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. There's a balance about how you tap into and utilize in certain ways your masculine and feminine side, given we all have both sides, and being shown a yin-yang symbol. And I feel like there's just a point throughout the month, if not multiple, where you're going to be pushed to sit back in your throne and envision what you desire in an ideal life, in an ideal way, and just manifest it all the meanwhile. You're going to again feel certain levels of honor and respect and praise coming towards you for a job well done, for being skilled, for being talented, and it's well deserved, and for some it's a long time coming. I'm also getting, for some of you, this new opportunity coming in, whether it's a new job or another type of door opening for you, a long time coming. This could even just be something now finally getting off the ground, growing for you, gaining more attention. Again, however it looks for you, it feels like a long time coming. I also feel like there's beginner's luck if you're beginning a new situation. And there's also a focus on the fact that you're very skilled being drawn to this reading at learning as you go, picking things up quickly, right? Putting your best foot forward is what I'm getting, and seeing it work out in your favor. Look at that, the Page of Pentacles. We're not going to take it, but it does feel like a month where money's on your mind. This new opportunity is taking a huge highlight. You being very busy, but not feeling stressed out in comparison to certain past months or just April in general. But I do feel like there's one person you work with and or live with that's either going through it and or is just a bit of a stress basket. You may not love the way a job situation is run, that department or store or however it looks for you. But I do feel like this stressful person will maybe get under your skin at a certain point, or just maybe say something that leaves you with a shift in your energy in a negative direction. There's a huge focus on you needing to protect your Gemini energy, regardless of whether you label yourself as an empath or not. It just feels like there are certain factors outside of you, noise, certain people, or one person in particular, the way something's run, where you are physically in that moment, that could adjust your energy negatively. So just, you owe it to yourself to protect that. To continue, focus on getting your voice out there. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of pentacle energy. I do feel like it's a hard-working month once again, where you're just kind of nose to the grind, wanting to accomplish more than you can in certain days, throughout certain weeks in the month, or just the month as a whole. But I do feel like even things that take a bit longer to get done, it reminds me of how I still have 4 other signs to read for the month of May, and we're already, days in. Regardless, everything will get done when it's meant to, and I feel like at times you're not recognizing or remembering how on point you are, however that looks for you, when it comes to your predictive nature or just the way you accomplish, who and what you choose to associate yourself with when trusting your intuition. When you're speaking with confidence about what you wish to acquire or just to get the job done, it just feels like you are on point, okay? I'm also seeing a dart hitting a bullseye, all right? I feel like you're hitting a target, if not multiple, throughout the month, feeling quite accomplished. Now, there's going to be a focus on you needing to stay organized, all right? Write things down when you get a creative idea come to be. It might be a gift from spirit. You may need to make certain priority lists, even things like, say, shopping, grocery shopping and stuff of that nature. Write things down, okay? Because I feel like you're going to have a lot going on. They're saying upstairs in your mind, in what you're trying to accomplish. It might feel like at certain points throughout the month, it's like you're accomplishing one thing and then your attention is just dragged or drawn to do something else, or to take care of business elsewhere. And then you have to get back to what you were just accomplishing, right? Or I'm hearing accomplishing something in stages. Stay organized, all right? It's going to help you greatly. And there's a focus on you being somebody where it's of importance to keep your home environment especially, and your work environment, for some that could be the same situation. Keeping it tidy, keep it clean. We need your mind, which is feeling like it's on overdrive at certain points, to help that move in a smooth manner, all right? To keep it more, a lot clearer for you. Anyways, so it does feel like a hard-working month where you're achieving a lot. Again, there's a huge focus on the fact that there's more money coming in at this time than there once was. This new opportunity, if not multiple for you, as there is true levels of next level success. Horrible wording, but you get the point. And this public recognition is taking a highlight. It's a world evolving kind of month where you're seeing your money and career situation change and develop as it's meant to. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.